So now that we've finished our unadjusted trial balance, now it's time that we begin our closing adjustments process. So first thing we got to do is we got to adjust the accounts first to add anything that is at the end of the year adjustments. So things like office supplies, right? We don't have office supplies that we need anymore, right? Or we used them. We need to calculate how much the coffee mugs that we actually have on inventory, right? So we could prepare for the next following accounting cycle or accounting period, okay? So this is where we left off. We are on page 22 in the journal, okay? And the first adjustment we're going to be doing here is we're going to be adjusting our periodic inventory, right? Convert the periodic inventory. We have an ending balance, right, of ceramic coffee mugs, 106 cups, okay? So 630. We need to go to our inventory worksheet to go ahead and adjust our periodic inventory, okay? So here we are, ceramic coffee mugs, all right? So because we are going to be solving, let's go ahead and figure out how many cups I have in total that I purchased. So figure out your purchase prices. So I purchased a total of 440. Okay, what's my purchase price going to be? My total purchase price. Hello?
1,092.20.
Good. And then we have our total freight. Oops. Sorry, my table is... Okay, and then we have our total freight to be 500. So making our grand total purchase price to be 1592.20. Okay. Let me go ahead and redo that because we can do equal sum as well. Okay. 1592.20. Okay. And then this time, what costing method are we using to solve for my inventory? What's my inventory costing method?
Weighted average.
Weighted average. So in this case, we need to solve for our weighted average. But we also have some returns and allowances. So we need to go ahead and solve for those as well. So I'm going to actually highlight these so you know what you're looking for. Okay. All right, so those are the totals there. We need to also do our totals for our returns and allowances. So in this case, I have a total of 9 items returned at a grand total of $22.24. So let's go ahead and plug our numbers into our inventory worksheet and plug in solve. So purchase, how many items did we purchase in total? 440 at 1092.20. Okay. Do we have any returns and allowances? Yes, we do. We return 9 items at a total of $22.24. So in this case, what's my grand total going to be? What's my subtotal going to be?
$431.
431. Okay. Add a grand total, subtotal of.
1,069.96.
Good. Okay. Freight adds nothing to quantity, but it adds to the cost. So the cost was 500. So therefore, how much do I actually have in my total cost? Right? 1569.96. So again, because we are assuming that we started our business as of June, so we have no beginning inventory. So therefore, net purchases is copied down, and therefore, since there's no beginning inventory, your net purchases is going to be your total goods available. So now we need to figure out our ending balance. How many cups do we actually have left on hand?
106.
106 cups. So therefore, let's go ahead and solve for our average cost per item. So in this case, right, how do you solve for an average cost per item?
You just divide the total cost with the quantity.
Good. So in this case, 1569.96 divided by 431. And what's my average cost per item per coffee mug?
$3.64.
Good. 364.26. Okay, and that number goes on and on and on. So then, if that's my average cost per item, let's solve for, since I have my ending balance, right? It's going to be easy to solve, right? We solve for how many our items are left, times it by the average cost per item. So in this case, I have 106. Okay, average is 3.6426. So equal round. And what is my total ending balance?
$386.12.
Good, good, good. So, right, if this is this factor here, right, then what is our assumption? My cost of goods sold. If I had a total of 431 cups and I have a remainder of 106, how many cups did I sell? You must have sold 325. Now you can go ahead and check this out if this is what you want to do, where you can also check to see if when you calculate it, is it going to be the same? Or you can simply take, well, if you already solved for your ending balance, you know that you only have 1569.96 available, and I subtract out 386 and 12 cents, you're going to get 1,189 83 and 84 cents remaining. So it's whatever you want to do. In this case, there you go. I checked it just to make sure that the calculation was correct. So there is my ending balance and my total cost of goods sold. Okay. All right. So do you guys remember how to do the periodic conversion entry? All right, because that's what we have to do next is we need to convert our periodic inventory and we need to journalize the conversion entry. So how do I journalize my conversion entry? What's the first thing I have to recognize?
Coffee mugs.
Yes, the ceramic coffee mugs, right? I gotta recognize my inventory first because excuse me, that's my ending balance. So ceramic coffee mugs, okay, which is account number. There's inventory. Ceramic coffee mugs is account number 1250. For how much? How much is my ending inventory?
1,183.84.
That's your cost of goods sold.
Oh, 386.12.
Good. Okay. Okay, so what else do I have to recognize?
Freight cost.
Okay, you do have to do freight cost. Okay.
Purchase expense.
Purchase expense. Let's see. Purchase expense is account number 61,000.
Do we use purchase returns and allowance?
Yes, we do, right? Because we do have it, right? 61,500. Okay. And what's the last account that we need to recognize?
I do not know.
Okay. What is this 1193.84? 1183.84.
Cost of goods sold.
There you go. Cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is an expense account. $5,000. 150. Okay. So in this case, right, the cost of goods sold was for the 1183.84. Okay. How much was the purchase returns and allowances?
$22.24.
Okay, $22.24. Yes. Okay. How much was the total purchases?
$1,092.20.
And how much was your total freight? Okay.
500.
Let's go ahead and double confirm this is true. So I got 1592.20 on the left, 1592.20 on the right. Okay. Good. And what's your note going to be here? Something along the lines of conversion entry. So therefore, your inventory worksheets that you already solved for it, save it because you won't need it anymore. You're completely done with your inventory worksheet, right? We already have the regular and the supreme coffee. Those are already adjusted because they are what the ending balance is. The only thing you have to do here is just to convert your coffee mugs into actual inventory. So in this case, you don't need your inventory worksheet anymore. Okay. So now that I have my journal entry here, okay, I need to now update my ledger accounts. Starting with the first one is inventory. Here we are, ceramic coffee mugs. Okay. Post reference, General Journal 22 for a total of $3.86.12. Okay. We also have to update our cost of goods sold for the ceramic cups. How many cups did you sell?
$325.
Good, 325. for a total of the $1183.84. Okay. We have to debit our purchase returns and allowances. So that was an expense. Purchase returns and allowances. I'm going to put an adjustment entry. And we're debiting it for $22.24. So therefore, your balance should now become 0. Okay. We're going to credit our purchase expense. Here we are, purchase expense. We're going to credit for the $10.92.20. And this also brings my account down to 0. And last but not least, we need to also credit our freight expense. For the $500, which brings this to 0. All right. And that is it for that conversion entry. Next adjustment entry is going to be figuring out the cost of material. So in this case, medium, large, sugar, and creamer. This is how many units you sold. So you sold a total of 5,297 cups of the medium cups, and you sold 4,331 large coffee cups. You used 120 pounds of sugar and 22 cases of creamer. Now, in this case, right, your job is not to calculate the cost of them or figure out the unit price. So I already did it for you. So in this case, it cost me 5.42 cents per medium cup, 8.12 for each large cup, and sugar is 36 cents, and creamer is 16.33 per case. Okay, so there you go. You got your totals right here. So, how do we journalize this? How do we represent that we no longer have these cups anymore, right? We used them.
You use counts medium coffee cups, large coffee cups, and sugar and creamer.
Okay, good. Those to take them out. But what accounts do I need to use to show that I use those items?
Inventory.
Not inventory. These are not inventory items. They're business supplies, right? Okay. What is this table for?
Cost of materials. You use cost of material accounts, medium, large, sugar, and creamer.
Good, right? Because in this case, we have cost of materials. Where we are, right here. Cost of materials, right? We got cost of materials for the medium cups, cost of materials for the large, cost of material for sugar, and cost of materials for the creamer. So starting with account 51,200. Fifty-one two hundred, 51,250, 51,300, and 51,350. Okay, and then of course, like what Brian said earlier, you're going to be taking them out directly from each account. So in this case, you're going to be taking it directly out of medium coffee cups account, the large coffee cups account, the sugar account, and the creamer account. Okay, which should start with 11,760, 11,765, 11,770, and 11,775. Okay. So, cost of materials, like I said, I've already calculated it for you. So, how much was the cost of material for the medium cups?
286.70.
The large cups?
351.63.
The sugar?
43.20.
And the creamer?
359.26.
Okay, let me double check that. 286.70, 351.63, $43.20, and 359.26. Good. And I'm gonna copy. Excuse me. All of that down here. So, your description. What do you want to say here? I don't know. Cost of material sold. I don't know. Okay. So let's go ahead and enter in our numbers here. Okay, in our ledger, because we are done with the journal. Right. Starting with cost of materials, which is a cost of goods sold. Here we are, cost of materials, starting with the medium coffee cups. How many did we sell?
286.70.
208. Okay, that's the, okay. Okay. So 5,297 cups is what we sold in total. Sold 5,900 and 297 $4.97. For the 286.70. 286.70. All right. How many large cups did we sell?
4,331.
Mm-hmm. So sold 431 cups for 351 and 63 cents. Okay. Then how many pounds of sugar did we use?
120.
120 pounds. For a total of $43.20. And then how many cases of coffee creamer did we use?
22.
Which was a total of 359.26. Okay. Okay. So we need to update our business supplies. Okay. Starting with the medium coffee cups, okay? So in this case, you can do your math here too. How many cups do you actually have? You have a total of 7,000 cups. If you sold 5,297 cups, how much do you have remaining? Right? You show 1703 remaining. So since you sold 286.70, what is your ending balance?
92.70.
Good. Okay. Okay. We sold 4,331 cups. Okay. And if we have a total of 7,000, we should have 2669 cups remaining. 351.63. What's my ending balance going to be now?
$216.70.
216.70. Okay. Sugar, we used 120 pounds, so we should have 60 pounds remaining. Right? We sold $43.20. So how much should we have left?
2160.
2160. Okay. Last account here is your creamer, right? You used 22 cases. Okay. So you should have a remaining, let me see, 3 plus 15 is 18, plus 15 gives you 33, minus 22, so you should have 11 cases remaining. Okay, for 35926. So what's your ending balance here?
$179.63.
Okay, good. All right, so we finished the journal. We finished updating our ledger. So I'm going to stop here and we're going to go take a break. Okay. So right now I have on the clock, it is 9:50.